Okay, here we go for the second flight. Just gonna focus on just really trying to dial this plane in. Alright, already this battery pack feels like it's got a little bit more juice. Let's do a fast pass so you can get a look at it. That was pretty fast. Okay, pushing the nose down. There's been a lot of snakes at the field, so I don't really want to fly too far out over the swampy, marshy area. Let's do an into the wind comparison glide speed with a bit of a dive, pulling out, leveling the wings. I feel like we'll be able to drill touch and goes with this model. Bit of left rudder. Oh, the wind really got under the wing there. So let's keep throttle off, level wings through the circuit, left turn, diving down on us, leveling the wings for a high performance sort of into the wind pass, throttle back on and climbing up. There's a lot of flex in the wings, but I think that's pretty normal for gliders. It has a 2.4 meter wingspan, which is noticeably larger than a lot of the other models that I've been flying, especially the glider models. I do have another 2.4 meter glider, but it is an AS28 and it's very, it's just different. Let's go for a nice glide over the back end of the club, going right past, keeping it in a dive, bouncing the wings, hooking around here, high performance turn, level wings. Gonna see if we can do a touch and go on the tarmac, right rudder, nose down, cleared the fence, flaring for the tarmac. Oh, okay, so I didn't realize that, but what happened then is it actually tipped forward when it landed, scraping that front nose. I have another glider that doesn't do that when you land, so let's launch again, and I want to practice sort of more of a high performance dive into landing. Little smidgen of left rudder I think will help. Okay, let's cut the throttle. I want to get behind the flight box. Here I come for a pass. Nice. It's very much probably a no wind condition plane from what I'm experiencing here right now. We'll go right up, and I want to do a bit of a, preparation for aerobatic descents. Haven't really been able to, I did a loop on its maiden, so anyway. Let's start from here. Let's start from here. See what I can do here in terms of holding my glide. It's really sitting tail heavy maybe? Can't quite tell what's going on. It's just losing altitude like debuggery. So here we go, holding something there. Just do a steep turn. Wow, that was steep. Let's go for a high performance landing into that headwind. This really slows me right down. I'm gonna put the throttle back on. Probably a good move. I don't know whether it's because I'm trying to land into a really strong headwind, or whether this plane doesn't really perform well in terms of maintaining speed, and also, for a glider it should have a pretty good glide rate, but what I'm seeing here is if I loft it up, a lot of elevator, Okay, there's definitely something going on over there. Not losing nearly as much, but it's still being knocked every, it's luffing, and then there you go. That looks like it's climbing. It was. Keeping it into the wind here. That's climbing for sure. Alright, let's bring it in. Leveling the wings. Okay, that's not a bad climb rate. I do have good speed. I think I was just turning in too late onto the final, so if I come from here, sort of turn in more steep, don't have to clear the fence because I'm already right there. Obviously when I do touch down, I want to keep that nose up, but I'm going to bug out because I don't want to walk all the way over there just to hand launch it again. So if I have a lot of altitude into that final turn, I should be able to make it work. But I think it's that headwind's really catching me, so let's come in here, go a little bit deeper. Coming into land now. Oh, nice and level. I clipped the left wing. Geez, this is going to be an absolute mission to be able to do this, but it's a challenge that I'm not going to shy away from. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's do another launch. On the last flight, I got easy 5 minutes of throttle. Climbing. I think the thing about a glider is you got that low, that really narrow wing, so you have to be kind of fighting the wind and staying on top of it. May as well press right up here. Turn around into the circuit, come over to the north, keeping that throttle on. So with throttle applied, it's definitely wanting to pull to the left. Okay, hands off. See that? Got knocked completely. So let's go again. Hands off. See it climbing, so I'm pushing just down. We're still rolling to the, what are we doing? Let's see, hands off. Ever so slightly roll into the right, so just a smidgen of right aileron and a right rudder to square that up. You got to really push that nose down in those climbs. I'm sort of learning here. I want to keep climbing though because I'm having a nice time. Just got to keep right roll. Hands off. Climbing, hands off, right rudder, nose down, go hands off. Okay, that's better. Throttle off, going into a loop. Wow, that's slow. Not what I wanted to do, guys. Not what I wanted to do. I thought I would have had a slightly faster roll rate in that dive like that with that kind of speed, but I prioritized pulling out early rather than holding in that roll and potentially crashing the thing. So I did actually save it and I kept enough distance between the ground, but not ideal. Apologies. Right, that's the 5 minute mark. Pushing the nose down. I've done a lot of full throttle climbing in this run just to really fight that wind, which I'm dialed into now. So this will be my last climb. It is sort of trimming out a little nicer, but maybe if I just let the throttle off, let's see what happens. Okay, throttle off. Nose keeps dipping, so more up trim. That's better. Smidge more up trim. Okay, that's definitely better. That is definitely better. It's holding its position better in the sky. Just going to shy away here. Let's see if I can land it without losing too much speed. So obviously a big sweeping turn is going to be better than a tight one. Oh, pushing the nose down, got a bit of lift off that hill there. I think I'm still on the other side of the fence. I was. So I put that throttle on to get me out of jail there. Alright, that's a wrap on that flight. Scared myself a little bit there pulling out towards the shed. Won't do that again.